We'll just listen to a little bit of this while we wait for you guys. This is a little bit of President Trump with Cheryl Atkinson from yesterday. We'll start off with this. What's up, KK? What's up, Joe Mama? Happy birthday. 7 minutes ago, KK. Happy birthday. Nice to see you. Nice to see you both. All right.
Was a disaster as Attorney General. Should have never been Attorney General. He's not qualified. He's not mentally qualified to be Attorney General.
I'll just leave this up for a little bit.
He was the biggest problem. I mean, look,
just a few.
Put people in place that were a disaster. They took over. They've always had the Department of Justice, but they kept it under Jeff Sessions. And the whole thing, the Russian thing, is a total hoax. Think of it. They spent $45 million investigating. It took 2.5 years. They found nothing. No collusion. A friend of mine called him.
No collusion.
You must be the most honest person in the world. You went through years and years. They interviewed people that I haven't seen in many years. Millions of phone calls, not one to Russia.
Look, millions.
Some of the people, and I say this proudly.
Not proud.
I came to Washington. I was only here 17 times in my whole life.
17, you say?
The 18th time I was president of the United States.
It's very interesting.
I had a great life. I did really well. A lot of good things happened.
It was a fabulous life.
Now what's happened, but I didn't know people in Washington. And
now people know
Sessions,
you.
Which was a mistake, or Dan Coates was a big mistake.
Oh, yes.
But Sessions was the big one. Coates, he sat there. He didn't do anything. When you look at what Richard Grinnell done in 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
These people didn't do anything for 2.5 years. They should have been exposing this.
Absolutely.
Some disappointed in certain people.
I agree.
And some people have done a phenomenal job.
Some have.
But what am I doing? I'm fighting the deep state. I'm fighting the swamp.
You're fighting.
I said I was doing it, and I'm exposing the swamp. I think
exposing.
If it keeps going the way I'm going, and Ratcliffe is fantastic, if it keeps going the way it's going, I have a chance to break the deep state.
You don't say. Could you repeat that, Mr. President, please? I'd like to hear that one more time. Thank you.
It keeps going the way I'm going, and Ratcliffe is fantastic. If it keeps going the way it's going, I have a chance to break the deep state. It's a vicious.
Oh, my. Oh, you don't say on public television. If it keeps going the way it's going, I have a chance to make a greater economy. Yes, of course. But not that. I have a chance to make relations great with America and everybody around the world. Yes, of course. I absolutely have the authority and the power to do that. And I'm doing that. And I think you like that too. But what I'm getting at is I have, one more time, Mr. President, just.
It keeps going the way I'm going, and Ratcliffe is fantastic. If it keeps going the way it's going, I have a chance to break the deep state. It's a vicious group of people. It's very bad for our country.
Mm-hmm.
And that's never happened before. You happen to be a victim of the deep state. I hate to
We're all victims of the deep state.
They've treated you horribly.
Horribly.
And so have they treated many other people. They never thought I was going to win, and then I won.
And he won, and they all lost because they are all losers. Okay? The losers. Okay? You are fake news, and I am the president. So there's that. God. Yes. Welcome. I just got a text. That's funny. All right. Snorted. I'm the president and you're not. Scotty, I understand you've had some troubles. You got some stitches. Sometimes stitches come and you don't have to be a snitches. Sometimes you just have bad gallbladder and you got to take it in. You got to cut it open. You got to get it all out. And I understand that. And I think you understand that too. But I hope that you heal soon. Okay? Soon. Happy birthday to Miss KK, who is, I don't even know how old she is. What are you, KK? You're like 24? You're like 24? Something like that. Scotty, I want before and after pictures of your stitches. I'm just kidding. Don't send them. If you do, I'll pass out. I promise. Don't do that. Happy Memorial Day, even though it's after midnight here in the People's Republic of Michigan, where our cunt of a governor has continued to keep us locked up. Yep. That's what she's doing, keeping us locked up. People in Michigan, they ain't scared. I mean, it was jam packed with cars everywhere today. So they are closing Michigan in many regards in name only, just to show how disgusting they are. And you know what? Here, I'm a little embarrassed. I didn't realize that not only is our governor one of the most disgusting people ever, but our attorney general, she is horrible. Horrible. She's horrible. Okay? Horrible. And our secretary of state, all horrible. They are like AOC with these three that are running Michigan. Further proof for what's going on now that I tell you that they were allowed to win my state. I won't accept any other answer. They were allowed to win this state so that this moment in time could come out and they would expose themselves. I didn't know how. I didn't know what they were going to do, but I knew they were going to expose themselves, and I let that happen. Is that okay? Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Fuck you, Fuzz Fork. With all the love. Yeah, I'm having some beers, of course. What would this live stream be without a couple beers? It's good to see you, Fuzz Fork. Yeah, funny name. I like it. Well, I'm definitely seeing some names I haven't seen in a while. Bad Fast. What's up, Bad Fast? You're KK, there's no way in hell you're 39. Are you really? Somebody better tell your body, KK, because that thing looked 27, Holmes. Too far. Oh. Thank you, Joe. My Black Knight rider with her cape comes in and saves Bill. All right, well, whatever. I don't care. I'm awake, so. So lots going on, guys. Wow. What's happening in the news? A lot. You guys are watching. Deep State's being exposed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So Deep State's being exposed. That's good. It's coming. Enter Jeff Sessions, stage left. Come out here, Mr. Sessions. It's time for you to reemerge into the public eye. He's come out. They've reignited this little meow, 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 meow between him and Trump. They got a little bit, right? It's okay. It's drama. It's perfectly acceptable. It's part of the plan. And I told someone this earlier. I said, you either believe and trust the plan or don't believe any of it. That's really the only two sides you can be on about the plan at this point. We've been shown and told numerous times, trust Sessions, and we have. There's people that are jumping off that bandwagon, and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, if you take it on its face, the discourse between Trump and Sessions right now is pretty volatile. It's bad. It looks bad in the public eye. Democrats are embracing Jeff Sessions, embracing him, saying yes. He stood up to Trump. If we're watching a movie and patriots are in control, as I believe, and I think you do too, I think you might, then all of this is scripted for the masses. Keep in mind, most of you knew the information that I'm talking about tonight 2 years ago. You knew this was coming. This is not new information to you. You have heard it before, whether you can collectively recall it right now from hearing it a year and a half, 2 years ago, or not. You've heard it. It's in here. It's resurfacing, and it's resurfacing out within the Q drops for the normies that are just now taking the red pill, the ones that are just now waking up. These are the people that these Q drops are 80% or more are for them right now. We are getting some stuff that continues to give us information as we go along the plan. We're getting that information, sure. But we hear lots of things repeated in the Q drops, lots of these things. But these are speaking points that most of us have been talking about for the better part of 2-3 years, just in general. The general public is starting to hear this now, not out of your mouth. They're starting to hear it out of things that are being leaked. That's what's great about the Great Awakening. They didn't just open the floodgate. Here you go. Have all this information and truth and then just deal with it. You couldn't have done it. In hindsight, where sight is always 20/20, you couldn't have it that way. There's no way you could have had it that way. There's no way you could have had it that way. Just open it all up. Here you go. We're taking it over. No, that's not what this was about. They could have done that on day one, and it could have been bloody and awful. It wasn't about that. It was about letting humanity, and is about, because we're not through it, letting humanity awaken to the corruption that we've been fed our whole life, to the bullshit we've been fed our whole life. It's all about that. And I love it because it's center stage. And when I say enter stage left, Jeff Sessions, he's meant to come back in right now. Now, I don't know for what purpose. I don't know why, but it's in the cards. It's what's supposed to happen. That I am completely confident. And he's supposed to be coming back on the scene right now. And there's lots of things, I haven't done a lot of videos lately, you guys, because I'm like you. I'm kind of sitting back just watching it, just going, oh, my God. I mean, this shit's really, what am I going to do? Go on here and go, oh, my God, you guys, it's really happening. Do you see it? It is. It's happening right in front of our eyes. If you're blind to it, then you simply just, I don't know, you're tuned out of life overall. If you're blind to it, you're tuned out of life. So many people are over it here in Michigan. These, the governor is rampant. She's crazy. People are driving everywhere. They're not wearing masks. And at least 50 or 60% of the time, they're not wearing masks. People are going to Home Depot. People are shopping at Walmart. People are going to the stores. People are going to Speedway. The only thing that makes all of this weird, how we're doing business, is that people are told they have to wear masks, but it's not mandated. There's only a very limited couple places that will say you can't come in here without a mask. And you know what, you guys, I have a mask, but I leave it in the car. I don't wear it. I went through Home Depot. I bought all my bark mulch. I went through that whole damn store and bought all kinds of shit. And I didn't have a mask on, and I didn't think twice about looking up at somebody or having somebody try to look at me all sideways. Like, no, if you want to question me, whatever, man. It's like, I just tell you, it's none of your business, really. It's none of nobody's business. Because everybody knows it's bullshit. It's a raging bullshit sandwich. And the people of Michigan are getting sick of it. But man, as a whole, there's some pretty passive people in my state. I mean, they've marched on Lansing. That's good. But this governor is taking control and came down with an iron hand onto the state as far as restrictions and rules and all of that. She is, no, She's out of line. She's not due to be elected out of her governorship until 2022. It's a 4-year term. She got elected in 2018. I think she gets recalled along with other governors that are in blue states that are really damaging their state. They're damaging it. I mean, they're going against what we know to be morally great to take us back down the path of the deep state and where control is given back to them, not us. They are the ones that are exposed, not us, not the president. None of us are exposed. They're exposed. They're the treasonous bastards. They're the ones that are denying you of your civil liberties, denying me of my civil liberties. I'm disappointed that I put my mask on to go into one store today. I don't ever wear it unless I have to go in someplace and they say you got to have a mask. And then it ain't me like fighting person that says you got to have a mask. It ain't their call. You know, they're ringing shit up. They're doing their 9 to 5. You know, it's the governor, and that's where the anger and the frustration needs to be focused to in every state that this happens on. I mean, I saw the boardwalk in Maryland. I saw pictures of that. People were shoulder to shoulder, guys wearing wife beaters, pushing around kids, strollers, the whole 9 yards. Everybody's close by each other. No big deal. No big deal. Not even an issue. Not even close to being an issue at all. It's all being exposed completely, totally. Happy Memorial Day to you, Holly Baglio. Nice to see you. Haven't long time no see. It's good to see you. Good to see all you. Yeah, and the narrative is about finished for what the deep state's trying to do with this COVID. It's pretty much over. Now, the next thing they go down, I guess, is it's already showing that they're going to try to open up an investigation into how Trump handled it. At this point, it truly feels like winning. Like Trump said it would be. Like, you're going to win. You're going to win. You're going to win so much. You're going to beg me. Please, Mr. President, stop winning. And I'm going to say, too bad. You're going to keep winning. And we're at that point where we're going to keep winning. I think almost every card has been played that I can believe. Judging by the reaction of Trump and Q team, judging by the reaction of everything and how they're handling this, it almost feels like there's no more quivers. There's no more arrows in the quivers. That's what I meant to say. My brain got ahead of my lips. There's no more arrows in the quiver. They're talking about Trump's talking about wanting to push people back to open up schools and stuff. If there was a possibility that there could be a school shooting, there's no way that'd be on the table. I mean, we are truly witnessing the death of the deep state happening right before our eyes. And it is. You know it by the reactions of Donald Trump and Q. This has been a masterful play out of the art of war from the very beginning, that nobody could have seen how this was coming. Nobody could have predicted the twists and turns and the level of misdirection on so many levels that had to probably do with many patriots that said in their role, they didn't know the whole plan, but they're, you know what they are? I think the people, like, there's the group of 10 that are Q. Now equate that to being like a new piece of technology that, let's say, the US develops, or let's say Israel develops, anybody that's like first world. They don't take that and just make it out of all the parts out of their country. They piecemeal it. They take pieces and parts from many, many, many different countries who have no idea what it's going into. They have no clue about the sophistication and the technology that's going into this massive, weapon that's going to help save humanity. It's going to shoot rockets out of the sky. It's going to do lots of wonderful things. It's going to do that. But they take all the technology from different places so that they can't they can't reverse engineer everything because they can't account for all the parts and the pieces. That's what the plan was. There's 10 people that know the plan. There's 10 people that incorporate the plan. There's many, 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 many different pieces and parts and things that are all over the place, and many different factions of government and throughout the world, that we know this about your moral character. And when you get the information, we know that you will follow it to where your moral character takes it. And that's okay, because someone else that we know is going to take a hand off from there, and they're going to take it to this level. And then we might get stonewalled here with somebody, and we'll have to just wait a little bit, and we'll get rid of them. We'll put somebody in there, and we unlock. And it all goes through this series, and it just unlocks, and it unlocks, and it unlocks, and it unlocks, and it unlocks over and over and over until the plan ultimately comes together and says, we got these fuckers, man. We got them. And we are that point is where we're at. They got them. They got them all. Trump is being super bold about it. I caught them all. I got them all. It's very possible that I entrapped and destroyed the entire deep state when this is over. They got them. I mean, we don't have to entertain it really anymore. We just have to sit back and kind of watch. The Great Awakening has happened. People are awake. You know, this is, these are happy times for me right now. You know, take everything out of life. I mean, life is life, and life is good. I don't mean to say that bad, but, where I'm at and how I feel this is going right now, and what it means, man, I feel very, very good about where things are right now. I feel like I'm watching a movie, and I feel like patriots are truly in control. And it's not even open for debate. All right, so that's my first little spew. I don't know. I want to get that out of me and talk about it, because I think it's really important right now that we do take inventory within ourselves. We do look at where things are at. I mean, are you living in the truth, or are you living in a world where people tell you the truth? At this point, we know we are the truth. MSNBC, the MSN in general, their message is dead. Their message is gone. And there's many, many people that are on Fox where their message is gone. The part I have trouble with is realizing that there's like the select group of people that are on Fox that are allowed to actually tell the truth. And that's strange to me. I'm not sure I understand it, but it's true. I mean, what they're saying lines up with the truth, and I like it. It gives them a platform. I mean, I see the bad ones too, but I don't know. I guess when this is done, we'll understand those types of things, right? Right? What'd you guys do on your fine Memorial Day? Anything good? Grilled on the deck. Me too, Holly. We grilled. Scotty smoked ribs and barbecue chicken. Cook out with the family. Laid around all day doing nothing at all. I love it. I do love it. I grilled burgers. I think Memorial Day is like, I mean, I appreciate all, smoked ribs and all that, because it's way better than burgers. But for me, there's nothing that that tells me it's Memorial Day weekend, like grilled burgers and maybe a rainstorm that comes through for about 20 or 30 minutes. That's Memorial Day in Michigan for sure. That's good, bad fast. That's good. That's nice to be up and around and moving, right? That's what I like is that things are up and around and moving. I mean, my state's trying hard to keep it locked down, but you look at all the different pictures from all over the place that have been going on over the, the weather's been gorgeous for so many people. They're like, we're over it. We're over it. Not only are we going to the beach, we're not taking a mask. We're over it. Everybody over it. Nine weeks now, no ciggies. Still vaping, no ciggies. 9 weeks. As of today. I feel great. Weather's getting nice. People are out moving around. People are shopping, where they can. I mean, where you're allowed to spend money here in Michigan, I'll tell you this, people are flocking to those places and spending their money. Where it's allowed, they are jammed. People are anxious to get up and moving. And, if anybody wants a good dose of what socialism looks like, look at our lockdown all over the U.S. Look at it. And just imagine not being able to go anywhere. And where's your papers and this and that. And the payoff is that you don't get to work. Yes, I said you don't get to work because getting to work is a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to go and put time and effort in for something and to be rewarded by it in a way that can make life better for you. You don't get that. There's people sit back on their government help and eventually buys nothing over time. That's why they all implode. That's why every socialist, all parts of socialism fail. It's just a matter of time. It's only a matter of time to when it fails. And that's why President Trump said, we'll never be a socialist country. Ever. And I think if half of the people that aren't awake knew what socialism meant, they would vote for him immediately. They have no idea what that means. They are ignorant in their faults. And I'm sorry, but ignorance of your future and what it means in today's outrage culture is really fucking bullshit, to tell you the truth. It's terrible. It's terrible that there could be a platform for the uninformed simply based on outrage culture and identity politics. It's total crap. Total fucking garbage, if you want to know the truth. And you guys get it. But that's what... Can you imagine if she would have won, knowing the direction? See, we didn't know how bad the culture was in America until Trump won. And then we went, oh, shit, they're knitting pink hats. Oh, damn. We didn't know. We didn't know how bad they were. We didn't know how big the deep state was. We didn't know how embedded they were. We didn't know how desperate they were. We didn't know exactly what he meant to them when he won. Obama gave Trump just the best endorsement ever as he came in to be president. I don't try to do Obama, but he was like a handoff, to America. Here you go and do a good job. We're all in this shit together, and all this. This man, by the time he greeted Trump to hand off the presidency to him, had already written off and wanted to be fully informed on tons of investigations that were going in to build the Russian spy narrative. You guys get this by now. You know this. I know you do. The Steele dossier, all the shit, which has been completely shown to be completely crap. It has. You don't even have to argue with somebody with it. Like, nah, Trump this and this. No, it was all proven to be crap. No, he's still this and that. Don't argue with those people. just walk away. You're not going to argue with somebody that's just that dumb or ignorant or whatever. Dumb and ignorant. Stupid. Stupid. You call me stupid. Let's see. What are you guys talking about in the chat? I gotta go, friends. All right, KK. You guys have a great night. I know you guys have been going through, lots of high drama there with the surgery and everything and your birthday. Happy birthday. And Scotty, I hope you feel better. I hope you get better, bud. And I know that you will be close in prayers of all patriots because we look out for each other. And I mean everybody when I say that, everyone. So if you're watching this and you wonder if I'm talking to you, yes, I am. Everyone. We look out for all patriots. Is there an ambulance or something outside your window? No. You're having an aneurysm, Wallace. I don't know what's going on. You got problems, man. Better pull it over to the side and take a couple breaths. It's crazy. No, I don't have an ambulance anywhere near my house right now. I don't know what that could be. Yeah, right, Joe? They're after you, Wallace. They're after you. You're going to dig their freaking microchip out of your beehive. Well, that concludes the first part of the show. We had the intermission. We'll go to Act 2. All right. We'll talk a little bit more. I don't know what you guys want to talk about, but I'm up. I'm in the mood. And 12:40 here in Western Michigan, where life is quiet, but during the day, people drive. On a good note, my lawn looks amazing. It's so green. We've been getting rain, and I put down like some really awesome shit that made it turn green. And I just happened to get that rain because I don't have in-ground sprinkling, But I got great rain. My lawn looks great. It's just like I have to cut it like in the next day or two. All right. They must be after you, Robert. I think we covered that. Who else is here? Let's see. KK had to go to bed. Scotty needed to go to bed. Oh, that's good news. Joe's got her goodies in the ground. So this is a question out to all people who can, and I mean like canning foods, namely Joe and Wallace, and some of you others might, but I'm just not aware of it. But how long is your food good for, like once you can it, like, or jar it, I mean, you grow it up this year, you put it in a jar. What do you got? 3 years? I honestly don't know. I have no problem, though, eating canned food. I love it, to be honest with you. My wife's grandmother cans. I've never asked her these questions, but she broke out like some salsa that she made in 1997, and that shit was good. That makes sense, Joe, and definitely if done right. Yes, she broke out some salsa, man, from the 90s. I'm not shitting you. All fresh, sealed, vacuum. I mean, she didn't pull it out of the fridge and had it open like 5 years ago. It was good. It was really good. That's amazing that it could last that long. Yeah, applesauce, 6 years. You know what? I like watching this one guy. I wish I could remember his channel. You guys have probably all seen him. He's a dude that like gets MREs, which are stands for meals ready to eat from the military. And I watched this cat. I've watched him open up and eat like rations from before World War II, like World War One, like the British War of 1899. He like ate this up. He like stirred it up more. He's like, oh, this kind of tastes like meat. And it looked disgusting. He comes in and he ate it all, like because it tastes good. Obviously, it must have been loaded in salts. But he does all this stuff. It's pretty interesting. I've even seen him smoke cigarettes out of like a sea ration from 1944. Pretty interesting guy. Yeah. So that's how I feel about canned food, kind of. It's amazing that if it's done correctly, though, you guys, like you say, it could be indefinitely, that they would have to put preservatives into other food then to stop it from rotting. I mean, where's the sense in that? Couldn't you? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'll get off this subject and move on to a different subject. Let's see what's going on. All right. You guys see anything interesting like today or yesterday or anything you want to talk about or want to discuss? Bring it up. Chat's open. Do it. Hmm. Oh, okay. Gotcha. A year to 3 years. Okay. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense, Joe. And I don't know why, but when you say they say a year to 3 years, let's say it's 3 years. Let's say that you can it perfectly and it lasts 3 years. So every 3 years you turn over and recan. Isn't there like something according to like Farmer's Almanac or whatever? Isn't it like every 7 years you either get like a bumper crop or your crop might fail? I mean, is there again, I shouldn't even be bringing it up to be honest with you. I know nothing about it. I'm just filling time. All right. National forests are not crowded this time of the year. No, they're not. NASCAR is back. Got something to watch. Yeah, I used to be. I wouldn't say I was really into NASCAR, but I liked NASCAR. Where I'd watch those races every Sunday when they were going through the thing. I thought that, especially after Earnhardt died, like a giant spotlight got put on, and it was post 9/11 and all of that. I mean, there was so much patriotism, and then Earnhardt Jr. I mean, how could you not get wrapped up into watching these dudes race those things around the track? And I grew up watching it. My dad was, watching that stuff. I watched it. I never, that's funny. I never really understood what they were doing. It's like these guys are going super fast to like move this far in front of this guy and this far in front of this guy and this far in front. It's like be watching people racing jets. Like they're right together. So eventually you nudge them out. I don't know. It's intense. It's fun. I think NASCAR is awesome. I do. There's a lot of people, spectators over the course of NASCAR that have died from watching these things. Like in the early years of the Indianapolis 500, it was nothing for somebody to slide out of control out of turn two and take out like 15 people. Like it happened all the time. If you watch racing, like you remember rally car racing, it still goes on. These people were going over all of these different terrains and all this kind of stuff. And there used to be a group called Rally B Racing Group. And these people were the crazy people that didn't race in the other races. These people were crazy, but they were crazy talented. But sometimes the earth takes back. And these guys, there's like footage of these motherfuckers going like off a mountain. Fireball. Like these guys were crazy. It was nothing to let them get through a race. And when they were inspecting the car, they would find chunks and bits and pieces. I don't want to say they found someone's finger in the grill and shit, but they would race by people so fast that they were close enough to touch them. They could reach out and touch them, and boom. And there are stories, and there's proof that there's like people that got separation from parts of their hands from touching the rally cars as they're whizzing by at like 90 miles an hour in the outback of Australia. People are like, oh, true. Right off the side of a mountain. It's amazing. It's the most amazing stuff you'll ever watch on YouTube. If you watch rally car racing B class. These people are nuts. They stopped even showing it. It was so bad they stopped showing it. It was so bad. There's people like firing off outside of hills and shit and flying off mountains. And then they'd miss a turn. They'd tear up some poor bastard's turnip garden, farmland or something. I mean, it was just ridiculous. But it's ridiculous watching them where they know parts where these cars are going to go like this, where the road goes like this, and then they hit this little meow, and they go a little airborne, and they go this way and they're airborne. And the bad part is that where this part of the car is coming in this way, and there's a whole fuckload of people here and here, and he's got to make a turn after he does this meow, and he's got to like meow right into the turn. No. Sometimes those brakes fail, and you're like, done. Through. People were brutal. They were incredible. They were incredible fans. The biggest fans you'll ever find in your life is rally car racing Group B class. These people are nuts. Yeah, for sure. All right. So that was a little different. I didn't really plan on going down that path there. That was more fun, though, than political. Yay. We did something. All right. So I don't really have a segment C to go into. So I'll probably wrap it up. It's pretty decent time length. It's good. I hope you guys all had an awesome Memorial Day and that you're doing well. Till I see you next time. Hey, stay awake. Keep talking to people. People are waking up. It's infectious. It's infectious. People are waking up. There's no question. They're questioning what they're hearing. Therefore, waking up. The minute they start to question what they're hearing from seeing them, like think about it. Think about how long they've trashed Trump. He's handled this pretty masterfully, to be honest with you. And as a majority of people, I know people have been fucked. I know people have lost businesses. I know this. I know. Thank the deep state for that, because that was what they did to you. What he did was defense. He defensed, slipped, put into a program. He saved everything as a whole, kept the economy smart, kept the stock market going. Think about it. We were going through a global pandemic, and the stock market didn't go below 20 grand. After when he took over, it was at like 16 or 17 grand. It was still like 3 grand over where it was when he took over. I mean, you guys. This is winning. This is what winning feels like. Because you're not losing. The payoff pitch, which in baseball comes at a very opportune time. There's the payoff pitch. Trump's payoff pitch. The signal's been given. He's about to whip it. He's about to whip the payoff pitch. It's going to be huge. Not on a, oh, it wakes everybody up. It's going to be that everybody that is awoke and kind of awoke are going to go, holy shit. Holy shit. I can't, oh my God. It's got to be true. I mean, the tidal wave, that's what's beautiful about this. This Q movement, the Great Awakening, is like a giant wave. You can't throw something at it and it goes away. You can't hit it in this direction. You can't try to put it off that way and it goes that way, or push it off this way and it goes that way. You can't, because it consumes everything. Avalanche, D5 avalanche. It's consuming. You can't, oh my God, you can't, meow. Trump is a meow. Fake news, blah, blah, blah. And Trump did this, meow. All done. All done. They're the fake news. This movement doesn't stop. These people are done. They're finished. And those who don't have the foresight to see it, man, I just hope one day you do. You know, I've had some people comment in some of these shows. I'm a pretty optimistic person when I think about this movement, because I put a lot of thought behind how I actually feel about the movement. And I've thought about the reasons that I believe what I believe about the movement. And I've let that guide me, in addition to numerous other things. Now, guys, it takes a lot and took a lot for me to put myself behind the Q movement at an early age, or an early stage of the plan. It took a lot. It really did. I was completely fearful of ridicule and just tons of other things, and never being on camera and all that. I mean, I was scared. I was scared of how I felt about it. And that's okay. That doesn't make me weird or any of that. It's normal, right? You guys probably felt the same way. You're kind of like, nobody out there knows the shit I know. That's probably what you said to yourself in talking to everybody that I could ever talk to. I feel like I'm talking to a hedge fence, and they just don't know. And you know, I get that. I get it. We've overcome the point of feeling weird for believing what we believe. For sure. We are past that point. And it's coming to the point, you guys, where you maybe being a self-proclaimed conspiracy theorist, or maybe being just a little bit fringe, the time's here where you get to kind of just exhale and say, okay, my instincts were good. I wasn't wrong. I mean, you're thinking about changing and transitioning the trajectory of humanity. When you talk about this story being actually true and what we're witnessing, you guys, it's huge. I know we're all desensitized. I know we are. We've been desensitized over and over and over. But when you think about the magnitude of what this Great Awakening means, what it truly represents and what it's doing, guys, you gotta stop and just take it in. And you got to think about what it really means, what they're overcoming, what they're conquering, what it means for life, for everybody. We are experiencing the best possible case scenario for what we're witnessing. And whatever it is, ultimately in the end, we're going to know, but we're going to know that, I don't know, we're going to know that it was worth it to be vigilant and to use discernment, to use prayer, to use your personal conversations with people to get out things that you didn't understand. It's all worth it. It's all worth it. 100%. Completely. It'll prove itself over and over and over in the history books. Hundreds of years from now, thousands of years, or whatever this plan is, like for the rest of humanity, long after we're all dirt. I mean, this is going to be talked about. It's going to be spoken about. They're going to talk about this stuff. It's as big or bigger than 1776. And it's amazing to try to wrap your head around the fact that it is that huge. Huge. All right. Thanks for coming tonight, guys. I love you all. It was great seeing you. And you guys have a phenomenal rest of your, well, that's over. So have a great night. How about that? I'll see you again soon, hopefully. And yeah, don't forget to pray, especially for the president and the plan. It's good. And each other. Happy birthday, KK. Feel better, Scotty. I love you guys. Bye.